Will you still love me if I make you spend your very last dollar? Spring cleaning, my living room dotted with doggy toys. Will you still love me if I keep an eye for good food? Cooking dinner, the pitter-patter of puppy paws. You see? Will you still love me if I take up so much room? Storytelling time. Her tail keeps wagging like a helicopter. Will you still love me if I mess up your carpet? This is what Haiku does all the time. Paw prints, trailing watermelon drips. So this is a monocle. Paw prints, trailing watermelon drips. Will you still love me if I do silly things? Will you still love me if I do silly things? Tug of war, who gives in first? Tug of war, who gives in first? One time when I was ready to go out and she was pulling my shoestrings. Will you still love me if I make you exercise? Will you still love me if I make you exercise? Almost dusk, my puppy takes me back the long way home. Almost dusk, my puppy takes me back the long way home. Will you still love me if I don't pay attention to you? Will you still love me if I don't pay attention to you? Evening chatter, my puppy listens to the buzz of a fly. Evening chatter, my puppy listens to the buzz of a fly. I'm not reading too fast. Okay. Will you still love me if I love to chew? Will you still love me if I love to chew? Laundry day, I find holes in my missing sock. Laundry day, I find holes in my missing sock. That's what she does. Will you still love me if I stick to you like glue? Will you still love me if I stick to you like glue? Winter night, the color of my shadow is white. Because she follows me all around. Will you still love me if I scare the living daylights out of you? Will you still love me if I scare the living daylights out of you? Alarm clock, my dog's sudden barking, never at the right time. Alarm clock, my dog's sudden barking, never at the right time. Will you still love me if I dig up the yard? Will you still love me if I dig up the yard? Rush hour, my baby takes her time to smell the tulips. Rush hour, my puppy takes her time to smell the tulips. If you asked me, will you love me no matter what you do? I would answer, I will love you always and forever. P-A-W, forever. And the girl answers, April morning, the light shower of puppy kisses. April morning, the light shower of puppy kisses. So that's the end of the story. And the back part of the book, I have a collection of, I call it the the 4 seasons of Puppy Haiku. So I asked some haiku poets to contribute some haiku, dog haiku, and these are the different seasons to go with the motif of the story, because it's written in different seasons, as seen by the illustrations. And at the back, okay, let me first tell you, because I know for sure you're interested how I started writing this book. At first, of course, it was inspired. Let me waking her up because some might not have seen her yet. She's my baby girl, and her name is Haiku. Mm. And she's turning 5 in July. So she's my inspiration, and I've been so happy ever since I had her, and she brought so much joy in my life. So she inspired me to write a story. So at first it started as just a children's book, a plain children's book with no haiku. And while I was writing it, or actually I think I was done writing it, and I was working with my illustrator, I was also working with another poet and children's writer. Her name is Susan First. And so I was doing this for her. I was giving her publishing services. I was going to print it under Purple Cotton Candy Arts. And she was writing this book, The Amazing Glass House, and it's a story, a children's story with haiku. So that was an inspiration to me to write this book with haiku. So I was thinking after every question there would be a corresponding haiku. So I told her, will it be okay if because I was thinking at first maybe I'd do something different, a tanka, but I thought it would be more appropriate to write a haiku, so it will be simple, and it will also be able, I'll be able to reach other kids and teach kids to write haiku before they would learn it in school. So before they will be taught to write it strictly 575, now they can see that, before it will be taught to them, they can write freely and be introduced to it. And haiku poets might have kids or grandkids, and they can inspire them to write it too. So when I was done with everything, I thought about asking Michael, because Michael, I consider Michael as my mentor. When I started writing haiku, he was the one guiding me. So when I asked him, he said, you know what, my daughter wrote an article about how to write haiku. So, and she's only 13, so I was thinking it would be a good example, and she's looking it from the point of view of a child, and it's very simple, and I think every beginner, even a grown-up, can learn from it. It's so simple. She says here that you can you use your 5 senses, and you use a seasonal reference, and haiku has 2 parts. So but when I wrote my haiku, it wasn't, not every haiku has a haiku, a seasonal reference. So what I did, it gave me inspiration to I don't know whether it was after I approached him, or whether it was before. But anyway, what I did was, so it would emphasize the eternal love between the owner and the puppy. I thought about the different seasons. So I have the cherry blossoms, I have fall, so I have the different seasons. And then to harmonize the theme, even in the end, I have different seasons, the 4 seasons. And what's nice about it, when I gave this book to my goddaughter, and she has all my books, and I gave this is the last one I gave to her. And lately, because of the COVID, I was just inspired lately, and we've been video chatting, and we've been collaborating, because I thought, why am I waiting for her to be a grown-up for us to write a book together? Because she's a good illustrator, and I've been inspiring her. I told her, actually, we both won an award for painting this last year. She was in the children's category, and I was in the the adult category. So I've been inspiring her. I told her, you'll be my illustrator one day. But then I thought, why not use her illustrations right now? So one day when we were video chatting, I thought each time she was gonna draw, I was gonna write, I was gonna compile all her illustrations, and then I'm going to write the poems. a little did I know that she was able to grasp the idea of what a haiku is. So I was surprised when she said she drew. Let me see if I can share it, because it would be nice if, would you like me to share the picture that she wrote a haiku. She surprised me with a haiku. She wrote this haiku, and it says, so she drew the same drawing, similar to the cover, and this is her haiku. Winter day, my puppy keeps me warm. So isn't that, so simple, and yet it's a right haiku. It's even better than I think it's even better than some haiku that I've rejected. So I can't believe it that I've inspired her. So if there's somebody like her, and she's only 7 years old, and she was able to write something like this, so why won't another child be inspired to write one? So that made me even feel better. And she wrote another one, and she wrote a haiku about Halloween night, my puppy stays beside me. So what's nice about it, you don't know who's scared on Halloween night. Is it her? Is it the dog? Or both of them? See, she could even write an ambiguous an ambiguous haiku with multiple meanings. So I'm really proud of her. So I guess that's it. That's how my process went. So if you have any questions.
Could you go ahead and stop your share screen now?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
No.
Where? No share? Oh no. Where do I go to stop that? Stop share. Okay.
There you go.
I should practice more. Yeah, I should learn how to share, so next time. So if you have any questions.
What a delightful presentation. Please ask Chrissy any question you have in mind. We've got time for that. We've got plenty of time for that.
Oh, Chrissy, did I hear you correctly? You did all the artwork?
Oh no, it's actually, her name is Jillian Vilches, and she's a Filipino illustrator. She was recommended by me. I have actually 4 illustrators that I work with, but so far she's becoming my favorite.
So she invented the actual images for your haiku.
Yeah, I like working closely together with a illustrator. So I give her ideas how I would like it to appear, and then I tell her, okay, after I've told you the specific things that I expect to be there, you can use your imagination for the rest. So she surprises me with added things in the scene, and I made sure that the puppy looks like haiku. So I sent her pictures of haiku.
It was delightful.
Yeah, even that one when she was running, she's at first it was just a simple. The girl was just wearing something simple, and the dog. And then I said, you know what? Why don't you dress up the child and dress up the dog just like I want to dress her up, and make it a Halloween scene since it's gonna be fall. So as we go along, that's when I get more ideas. I hope one day I can do my own illustration.
Chrissy?
Yes.
I was waiting for the question, will you still love me when I have doggy breath?
I forgot about that. I'm thinking of, because there are also cat lovers out there. So I'm already thinking of writing a cat version, because I was at a book fair and I was telling her, hey, I'm going to have a dog book and it's going to be like this. I was telling her my ideas, and then she said, tell me when it's out, but I think you should also write a cat version. So that's when, ding, I have another idea. And the illustrator is a cat lover. She has her own cat, so she's looking forward to it. So this year I'm hoping to write another one. So it's going to be the same concept. What is it?
Is it your first book?
No, this is my 11th.
Oh.
Yeah.
And are the other ones picture books, or are they something else?
They're all picture books. Yeah, and early chapter books. And two of them, have a Filipino translation.
Christy, I have been, I'm involved in editing a series of 5 children's books that are also early chapter, and they're poems, but not haikus, with illustrations. The author has won multiple awards, and I'd love to give her information about your creation of trailers. How do I get in touch with you?
Yeah, I'll post it here, my email address, so you can contact me.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, this is Chrissy Villa. So easy to remember. So that's my nickname, Chrissy Villa and then at gmail.com. And you can also check my website. It's I can type it here, and you can see all my trailers. It's Christine Villa, www.christinevilla.com. So it's a work in progress. I'm updating it right now because my introduction used to be so long, the about me, because it tells the story about how I become creative again. Because every child, as a child, all of us are creative, and we lost our creativity along the way, and so it was a long one. And my marketing manager, there's one who presented herself as a marketing manager, and she made a comment about making it shorter.
And are you putting your email in the chat?
Yeah. I have to change that. It has to be for everyone. Okay, so for everyone, here's my email, Chrissy, just in case somebody else would want to contact me. And here's my
your book is delightful.
Thank you. I'm gonna release one in February. It's entitled Our Christmas Lantern, and it's about a Filipino lantern. Because my goal this year is to bring forward an underrepresented voice, which is a Filipino voice in children's literature. I don't know if you've seen a Filipino lantern. It's so colorful. And so it's a short story about that. And then in the end, it will show a kid how to make her own simple Christmas lantern. So that will be my 12th book. And I'm going to add a Filipino translation too.
I think it's great that you're doing this, Chrissy, before kids get indoctrinated.
I know.
It's good to get them while they're open before people start telling them do it this way and that way. And it's very delightful what you showed us today. So.
Yeah, I can't believe that somebody like my goddaughter would be able to grasp it. And she just told me, can I write one? And then now I can guide her more. So the following haiku that she wrote, I had to give her the beginning. Let's say Halloween night, and then I ask her, so what happened on Halloween night? And
I think it would be great if there's some way that you could connect up with the school system, so
yes,
that the teachers will be teaching the correct way.
Yes.
Of teaching haiku, because so many times when I go into schools, especially in the 3rd and 4th grade area, they have already been drilled with 575.
Yes.
And this would be a wonderful educational tool for the teachers and the children.
I know, but the whole 2019, because of the lockdown, I wasn't able to contact any school, so I don't know if they have any online classes. But I'm gonna try this year to be more out there. I've been busy with other projects, but I have to do something about my marketing. Yeah, so it's really an inspiration to hear this feedback.